Engines are undeniably the heart of any vehicle, and their reliability is key to a smooth and hassle-free ownership experience. While a dependable engine can provide years of worry-free driving, choosing the wrong one can quickly turn your car into a costly headache. Despite advances in modern engineering, not every engine lives up to expectations. Even some of the most respected car brands have produced engines that are notorious for breaking down before the odometer hits 50,000 miles, leaving owners with expensive repair bills and endless frustration. Here, we've compiled a list of the most unreliable engines that have given owners more headaches than horsepower. From chronic oil leaks to major mechanical failures, these engines represent the worst examples of modern engineering missteps. Whether you're in the market for a used car or just curious, knowing which engines to avoid can save you time, money, and plenty of stress. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe for more valuable insights and updates from the automotive world. Number 9. Ford 1-liter EcoBoost 3-liter engine. The 1-liter EcoBoost first became available in 2012 in the Ford Focus and Fiesta, then later in Ford EcoSports. While it's no longer available in the US, from 2018 to 2022, the cheapest car available from Ford was its diminutive EcoSport SUV. This is a small vehicle built for world markets by Ford in India, brought into the American market to offer a low-priced vehicle. When Ford pulled the plug on Indian manufacturing, the EcoSport went away with it too. Buyers won't be missing much, as it was generally a cramped and uncomfortable car trimmed in cheap plastics and powered by an anemic 3-cylinder engine, the 1.0-liter EcoBoost. This engine has developed a reputation for losing oil pressure as early as 50,000 miles, with mechanics disassembling them to find oil pickups clogged by crumbled oil pump drive belts. Owners have shown up to dealers with low oil warnings and even engine failures due to either a lousy oil belt tensioner or a completely worn belt. Models with this engine have been the subject of lawsuits, a NHTSA investigation, and major recalls over the past years, all due to engine failures caused by a loss of oil pressure. If you're in the market for a cheap used car, stay clear of these ones. Number 8. 2007 to 2013 Mini Cooper 1.6-liter engine. The second-generation Mini Cooper, produced from 2007 to 2013, maintained the iconic design and zippy charm that fans loved. With updated 1.6-liter engines produced by BMW, this generation was intended to be more efficient and cost-effective than its predecessor. Unfortunately, while these engines may have promised better performance, they also brought a whole new set of problems to the table. One of the most notorious issues was with the timing chain tensioner, a problem that plagued many Mini Cooper owners. The tensioner had a tendency to loosen, leading to a stretched or broken timing chain. If the timing chain failed, it could result in catastrophic engine damage, often requiring extensive repairs or a complete engine replacement. A costly fix that turned many owners' love for their Minis into frustration. Additionally, models with the turbocharged version of the 1.6-liter engine experienced their own headaches, with frequent turbo failures being reported. Systems included reduced power, excessive smoke, and costly repairs. Number 7. 2020 to 2021 Kia 2-liter NU MPI 4-cylinder engine. The Kia Soul and Seltos might have become fan favorites for their quirky designs and impressive value, but if you're looking under the hood of the 2020 through 2021 models equipped with the 2-liter NU MPI engine, you might not be feeling so enthusiastic. What was supposed to be a reliable 4-cylinder engine quickly turned into a headache for many owners. One of the standout issues? Piston rings, which are responsible for maintaining proper oil pressure and sealing the combustion chamber, started failing as early as 11,000 miles. That's right, barely past the break-in period, and drivers were already hearing the unpleasant knock of engine trouble. These piston ring failures weren't just a minor inconvenience either. They led to excessive oil consumption, engine stalling, and in some cases, complete engine failure. Kia did issue a recall to address the problem, but like a bad sequel, the troubles didn't end there. Many customers reported that even after their car was fixed, the same engine issues popped up again, leaving them frustrated and stuck in a loop of repairs and oil top-ups. Number 6. 2013 to 2016 Dodge Dart 1.4-liter 4-turbo. The Dodge Dart may have promised a sleek, modern driving experience with its turbocharged 1.4-liter engine, but for many owners, it delivered something closer to a nightmare. The 2013 to 2016 models, especially the 2016 edition, earned themselves a reputation for being riddled with engine and transmission problems, some of which were downright dangerous. One of the most alarming issues? Complete power loss while driving, with many owners reporting their darts suddenly dying in the middle of the road, or worse, on the freeway. For most people, the engine quitting mid-commute is less of a thrill and more of a heart-stopping moment they could do without. A major contributor to these engine meltdowns? The dart's bizarre obsession with oil, or rather, its inability to keep it. This car burned through oil like it was trying to set a record, with some owners claiming their oil levels went from full to empty in just 30 days. Imagine pulling out of the garage with a full tank of oil, only to realize a month later that your engine is parched again. Forget the manufacturer's recommended 6 to 12 months between oil changes. This dart made it feel like oil changes were a monthly subscription service you didn't sign up for. The oil consumption wasn't just an inconvenience, it led to serious issues, like engine stalls and failures, leaving drivers stranded. If you're getting any kind of value from this video, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us continue creating content just for you. Number 5. 2012 through 2014 Range Rover Sport Supercharged V8. The 2012 to 2014 Range Rover Sport, with its powerful 5-liter supercharged V8, promised luxury and performance, but delivered more than its fair share of mechanical woes. While the supercharger offered impressive torque without the turbo lag, the engine came with a host of reliability issues that left many owners frustrated. At the top of the list is the timing chain, which was prone to stretching, jumping, and complete guide failure. This wasn't just a minor issue. When the timing chain went, it often took other engine components with it, leading to major repairs. But the fun didn't stop there. The list of potential issues with the 5-liter supercharged V8 was like a checklist of every part that could possibly fail in a car. Cam phaser failures? Check. EGR valve clogging with carbon buildup? Check. Electronic cooling fan failure? Water pump and alternator failure? Check, check, and check again. It's almost as if the engine came with a built-in feature to keep mechanics employed for life. The EGR, exhaust gas recirculation valve, was particularly notorious, causing hesitation during acceleration and a general loss of performance, which is the last thing you want in a vehicle designed for high-speed luxury. Number 4. GM 3.6 High-Feature Engine. The GM high-feature engine was first jointly developed for the 2004 model year by Cadillac and Holden. It has been modified and used widely in multiple configurations and displacements across GM's brands for years. When in good running order, it has proven to be a fine engine, until it's not. The 2.8 and 3.6-liter variants of this widely used engine platform sometimes developed a serious issue in models from 2007 to 2010 in particular. This includes the Buick Enclave, the GMC Acadia, and the Cadillac CTS, among others, although GM claimed to have rectified the problem by the 2012 model year. The primary concern for car owners with this engine is the timing chain. This engine utilizes variable valve timing. It's imperative this chain be kept tight and well lubricated for proper operation. However, if the timing chain begins to stretch, owners will first see a check engine light followed by a rattle under the hood, especially when idle. If left unchecked, engine misfires may occur and metal shavings will show up in the oil. Catastrophic engine failure is possible in extreme circumstances, and a new engine can cost up to $7,000. Even those who catch it early can expect a bill of around $3,000 for the timing chain replacement. Number 3. 2009 to 2010 Audi 2-liter inline-5 TFSI. The 2009 to 2010 Audi A4 2-liter TSFI engine, a masterclass in overpromising and underdelivering. On the surface, it had everything you could want in a modern engine: turbocharged power, decent efficiency, and that unmistakable Audi flair. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find that this particular engine was less of a precision German masterpiece and more of a cautionary tale for car buyers. How bad was it? Let's put it this way. A couple of years ago, Consumer Reports gave it the not-so-coveted title of vehicle most likely to need an engine rebuild. That's right, this engine was basically auditioning for a spot on the list no one wants to be on. With excessive oil consumption as its main claim to fame, owners found themselves topping off oil more often than they filled up with gas. The problem became so widespread that Audi got hit with a class action lawsuit over the excessive oil consumption. Audi eventually addressed the issue, but if you're in the market for an older A4, you'd be wise to steer clear of these particular model years unless you enjoy living on the edge. After all, there's a big difference between an oil change and an oil addiction. Number 2. BMW N63 V8 engine. The BMW N63. An engine that's equal parts excitement and frustration. This twin-turbocharged V8 roared onto the scene in 2008, powering BMW's luxury heavyweights like the X6 crossover and the 750i sedan. With impressive power output, smooth performance, and that signature BMW growl, it seemed like the perfect engine for enthusiasts who crave both speed and sophistication. But as any owner will tell you, there's one small catch: reliability. Or rather, the glaring lack of it. The early versions of the N63 were notorious for their long list of issues. If you've ever felt the need to give your mechanic a spare key to your car, you probably own one of these. X6 and 5 series from 2008 to 2013 with the V8 suffered from several well-documented reliability issues, including high oil consumption, turbocharger failures, and valve stem seal leaks. Later iterations, 2014 onwards, the car maker addressed some of these problems, but they're not immune to issues altogether. Customers also reported coolant leaks, carbon buildup, timing chain issues, and fuel injector failures. Some of these problems can be very expensive and difficult to fix, and may require extensive repairs or replacements. And let's not forget the sky-high maintenance costs. Frequent oil changes, spark plug swaps, and coolant flushes are just part of the package. The engine complaints were so bad that BMW started the N63 customer loyalty offer and a customer appreciation program in 2014. Number 1. Hyundai-Kia Theta 2 engine. The Theta 2 is a gasoline direct injection engine introduced with the promise of performance and efficiency. This 4-cylinder engine, 2-liter and 2.4-liter engine powered a variety of popular models, including the Hyundai Sonata and Kia Optima. On paper, it seemed like a winner. Decent power, solid fuel economy, and a smooth ride. But in practice, well, let's just say this engine is famous for all the wrong reasons. For those lucky enough to own a Theta 2 engine from 2011 to 2014, you might already be familiar with its greatest party trick: spontaneous engine failure. Yes, you heard that right. Random knocking, seizing, and in some cases, the engine simply quitting while you're driving. The main culprit? Metal debris left in the engine during manufacturing, which can block oil passages and cause catastrophic engine failure. The automaker didn't admit it until years later. But wait, there's more. Along with premature engine failure, owners have reported excessive oil consumption, engine knocking, and, you guessed it, fires. In fact, the risk of fire was so high that Hyundai and Kia had to recall millions of vehicles. Repairs can be excessive and time-consuming, often requiring a full engine replacement, and even if you dodge the major issues, the engine is still infamous for needing constant babysitting. In response to the mountain of complaints and lawsuits, Hyundai and Kia rolled out extended warranties and recalls. But for many, the damage was already done, both to the engine and their wallets, not to mention the valuable time wasted on the road. That's all for today. And if you're in the market for a new car, be sure to check out my marketplace. It's a great tool to compare prices and find the best deals out there. Whether you're after something brand new or a reliable used car, there are plenty of options to explore. The link is in the description.